Hey, it's Kat. I'm in a park. It's a little chilly, but I have my warm sweater on. Anywho, there's so much going on right now. It's crazy. The conservatorship with Wendy Williams is a disaster. It seems like the legal firm that's doing her conservatorship's been sued before for ripping off their clients. And I hate to tell you this, but a lot of lawyers are crooks. Um, I found that out in my own case and trying to get help. Though a lot of lawyers will try to get you to settle, and by you settling and having the power of attorney, they will take your money. It happened to so many people. Corruption is everywhere, and it seems like there's no real safety net to protect you and your money, or getting justice. It's really about who's got the most money and power, unfortunately. Speaking of which, supposedly there was a Tory Lanez hearing. I couldn't find it anywhere online. Occasionally I would get notifications from the court in regards to high-profile cases, but I haven't really been going back to that courthouse because I was covering Danny Masterson, Tory Lanez and Harvey Weinstein, but I haven't seen anything that told me anything about like a hearing. Supposedly it was Monday. I couldn't find anything online. It seemed to be like a media thing, a game playing thing, because they were trying to promote Megan Thee Stallion's Hiss, and then also Drake had made a statement about free Tory Lanez, and so people were attacking him and inferring that he's gay. People are so boring and so low vibration. Again, when it regards to Tory Lanez case, I got so many weird bots, and I call them bots because when you look on Hex as I like to call it, Twitter, when you look on their Twitter feed, their Avi is fake. It's not a real person. It's not even, it's like a fake photograph trying to be a real person, and they always say the nastiest things. And this reminds me back when, I believe it was 2016, when Donald Trump was running for president. There was a lot of Russian bots that would try to engage people in arguments and be extremely vicious. And it seems like the people behind Megan Thee Stallion are copying that blueprint. They don't want to have a discussion. They just want to say like rude shit, and then they want to post like sexy pictures of chicks, saying what they consider sexy. They're normally like women with their boobs showing and their stomach out, and they're just those big over fake eyelashes and that. They all look alike, and they all look like hookers, and I don't know, it's like a brainwash. X is really going down the tube. I literally saw, what's that guy's name? I don't like the guy that's in the Diddy lawsuit that supposedly he's a big producer. Anyway, I'm sorry, I can't remember, I don't know these people. I don't know their names really. He was on some stupid reality show with I Love and Hip Hop. Anyway, unfortunately, while I was searching something to do with, I think Diddy, I saw his sex video. I mean, I made a joke on Twitter a while back about, Diddy was the guy that started promoting the, like the thug porn that's huge on the gay porn hub. And it seems like I could be right because, Diddy recorded a lot of the people that went to his parties, and he's like an Epstein. He had recordings in every room. And so people who thought they were getting their freak on may have not known they were being videotaped. And then allegedly Diddy's using that to keep himself in power, you know? And it's really pathetic because he's been doing weird stuff for over 30 years. And I was talking to somebody that I knew in Beverly Hills today, and he said people knew Diddy was weird decades ago. And the FBI knew he was doing weird stuff, but they didn't do anything. So my question is, why does the FBI not care about sex trafficking and drug trafficking, and underage prostitution or trafficking? Because in the documents, Mr. Jones, who's suing Diddy for $30 million, is saying there's underage girls, and that Diddy also included, I don't know, at least one of his sons. I don't know if there's the other ones in it. And allegedly the twin daughters are trying to get away from their dad and are with somebody else. These are all alleged news or information. But, you know, my problem with all this is that it's a quagmire. And it seems like there's a lot of people doing a lot of bad things, and they've been getting away with it for a very long time. Diddy has a ton of bodies connected to him. Jay-Z has some interesting rumors and allegations attached to his name. And, you know, Jay-Z positioned himself to have this huge corporation called Roc Nation, a management company that only has music, but it has sports. Not only that, you know, they got people doing the Super Bowl. So Usher did the Super Bowl this year. Usher is in the court documents in regards to Diddy and his sex parties and his abuse of Mr. Jones. And if you don't know, Usher, for several years, maybe even decades, has been sued not only by females, but males for allegedly giving them herpes. And you might, I don't know, the way that these marketing teams are doing, sometimes they scour the net, so it's hard to find the information. Now, it might be on the 20th page of Google, but there are actual lawsuits in regards to Diddy and Usher giving people unsuspected of herpes. I hope I said herpes in that case. There's a lot of blind items out there saying that, you know, Diddy was extremely abusive and he was beating his sex workers. And I remember seeing blind items a long time ago, and I just assumed it was Kanye, because I never really thought of Diddy as a real music artist. I just saw him always sticking his head in someone else's music video and trying to act cool. But I find it fascinating that I never liked him, and when I did bump into him and I did photograph him in Hollywood, I just got this really uncomfortable vibe. He just seems just like someone I would never want to know. And knowing now that he drugged a lot of people, both male and females, you know, my biggest question is why the FBI and the authorities haven't done anything about it. And also in the court papers for Mr. Jones, who's suing Diddy for $30 million, he's saying that the LAPD covered up a crime that Diddy allegedly did involving a shooting. So again, it gets back to people with the most money and the most videotapes of people doing nefarious things control the shots. We're not protected by the FBI or the LAPD. They let people get away literally and figuratively. And they knew about Diddy and the underage thing for a long time. I mean, allegedly. So I just don't have much faith in them. I really don't. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, actually. But I think they allow certain people to destroy the culture. If they're doing harm and brainwashing the vast majority of young black people of color's mind, they're happy. Because we're shooting and killing and raping each other. They don't really care. You know? And that's where it gets to. I think all of us have to take responsibility. And I asked this question a long time ago. When is YouTube going to stop allowing Diddy to make money on their platform? It's hilarious because YouTube has been in my ass since since I posted a video of Suge Knight getting ready to, me and him getting in an altercation. As soon as I did that, they fucked with my YouTube channel. And also I covered Jeffrey Epstein and some other stories, and they decided that my stuff was, I don't know. Also Harvey Weinstein, New York. They decided that my stuff was not valid to have monetization yet. I'd be in the same spot that CNN was, and of course they were able to monetize their news, but I'm different, even though I shot it. So they've always treated me different, and I don't even give a fuck anymore, because it just proves the point, is that certain people are allowed to move certain ways, and other people, they try to put in pins, but I do not give a fuck. I do what I do, and again, these people show who they are. But Diddy should be canceled, point blank. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I don't understand how people make excuses for his behavior. And of course, when it's female, it's like no big deal, sort of, for a lot of people. And then when it's male, it's like, ooh, a little uncomfortable. But you have to understand something. In the entertainment industry, not to mention other industries too, there's a lot of sexual assault that happens to both men and females. Most men don't talk about it, so you'll never know. But it happens a lot. And a lot of people in power use their power to intimidate, threaten, coerce, drug, rape other people. And it's unfortunate. But at least the conversation is going. But again, I'd like to say, we have to do something. We have to do something. We have to cancel Diddy. And anybody like Diddy. Cut the bullshit. This isn't a game. People have died because of this shit. People have had severe depression. Their life has been changed. And the women that have gotten sexually transmitted diseases that have affected them having children, literally, you could actually charge him for murder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you had a really good lawyer. And speaking of lawyers, lawyers, Sean Hawley is representing Diddy in this new settlement case with me and Mr Jones. They had a thing going on. Anyway, I literally am just so over this stuff. I'm over the low vibration and the negativity and the people getting off to the negativity and the bots and I don't even think they're real fans that are so abusive. Let me just say this about Megan Thee Stallion. When I call her a hoe, I'm calling her that because she calls herself that or worse, and also her behavior is that. I'm not making things up. And based on the information that she gave in court, as well as Kelsey and other people that were close to her, I don't have much respect for her. And I find it funny that all she does is shake her ass and drink a lot on social media. Like that's her thing. And then her vocabulary is the same as a street corner pimp. If I had children, I wouldn't want them listening to her. She's not the only one. I'm not just trying to pick on her, but what I'm saying is I have no desire to listen to what she's gawking about. She's for hurting the culture. It's a money grab, no class, just shaking the ass, nothing else. And it's just boring. You know what I mean? I don't mind people, do your sexy stuff. I don't give a fuck. But if that's all you do, and I find it fascinating, this whole ass thing. What is it about the ass? Like, why are they so obsessed? You know what I mean? Like, it's a triggering, like, men love ass. It's like they get to make you submissive. I don't understand. You know what I mean? It's not love, it's just sex. But it's just really bizarre. It's really bizarre. I just think these people are really sick, and I'm just, like I said, I'm fascinated by the FBI not doing anything. I find it absolutely fascinating. Which, it makes me think, if you're a parent or a person and someone's assaulting you, I think you're gonna have to take what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to make a decision. I'm afraid to say what I want to say because you can't say anything now. We're getting in such a fucked up world where it's just, I find it's hilarious. For instance, you'll pay $10 for a Starbucks, but you can't use the bathroom. And they're closing all these bathrooms, whether it be at the beach or other places, so nobody can use the bathroom. Or they put locks on it because they got people abusing the privilege to use the bathroom. I mean, it shouldn't even be a privilege, it should be a human right. But I noticed, like, at Whole Foods, in certain places, they put locks on the door now, by the beach. And they used to have, like, a needle exchange thing, or a place where you put dirty needles in the bathroom. And I was thinking, why would you do that? So this whole lackadaisical, everybody can just get high, do drugs, hardcore drugs, live on the street, not clean up after themselves, has gotten to the point where everyone's being punished because the people in power don't know what the fuck to do, and we're allowing them not to do anything. But if I had a home, a big apartment complex, I wouldn't want like 20 tents surrounding my house or my apartment complex. You know what I mean? It's the wrong vibration. You don't want your kids around that, and you don't want the prostitution and the drugs and the needles. You just don't want that. And I don't understand. We're slowly sliding into a place where no one gives a shit. No one cares. And I don't think that's the right way to go. So, I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Wendy Williams, conservatorship, her lawyers are ripping her off. It's really disgusting. There needs to be, I hate to say an investigation because these motherfuckers just don't seem to care. People have to make a ruckus about how these conservators rip off people. The guy Maines from Make It Make Sense did a video, and he talks about a man that had a bad injury, a workplace injury, and the same attorneys represent him, is representing Wendy Williams, and literally they're just robbing him blind and sticking him in conservatorship, and then he's trying to get out of conservatorship because there's nothing, he still has his faculties, but all the lawsuits are costing him all this money, and he's like, the settlement that he had is being dwindled down by fighting for his right to be free. That's wrong. That's wrong. And it's wrong that people can't get justice against celebrities or powerful people just because they have money. It's not right. So support the people that are coming forward if they have the facts. I think Mr. Jones has the facts. My whole thing is, it's not about supporting people blindly. It's about evidence, and it's about, you know, you have to have evidence. It's very important. It's not just protect black women. It should be anybody should have the same rights under the law. But the way they did that, protect black women and all black women with Megan Thee Stallion, it was extreme manipulation and highly offensive, because if you don't know, I was a victim of a violent crime. Nobody was saying that shit for me. And other people that came before or after. It's about the victim, coming forward, supplying evidence, their story not changing, and it be fact-based. Not emotional manipulation, but fact-based. Yeah, it can be emotional at times, but it's not just sleight of hand bullshit and no gun, no bullets, no fragments from her foot, testimony changing 3 times. That's a deceptive person. I mean, they think we're fucking stupid. But anyway, I hope I haven't bored you. But yeah, this is Kattalestv. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And, get out in nature. Take care of yourself. Self-care is very important. But what concerns me in the bigger picture is, if we're obsessed with these so-called celebs or whatever they are, but their character is horrendous. They're not loyal to their friends. They're drugging people. They're raping people. They're abusing underage people. I don't think we should be looking up to them. You know what I'm saying? Spend more time taking care of yourself and the ones you love, and less time on these people, because again, I wouldn't want P. Diddy as a friend, a lover, a boss, a family member, anything near me. I would not want the same of Megan Thee Stallion or Jay-Z. And just being obsessed with money is a slow ride to hell. Because I think about, what's her name? Young Miami. I mean, she's got her sister involved in this weird stuff. She's probably got a sexually transmitted disease, because Diddy has been sued for STDs. He may even have worse. That's the other thing, is he's got so much money. If he had HIV, you wouldn't necessarily know, because they now have the medication to hide that shit. So anyway, that's something to think about. Be careful who you sleep with. It's not just about getting a sexually transmitted disease. You don't know what kind of person you're dealing with until you get to know them. But if they're showing you, like, their behavior, like Young Miami had to know Diddy was a bastard, but she went all in. She wanted that fast life, and she talks about her son. If he's gay, she's gonna beat him. It's so stupid. It's like she's a prostitute for Diddy, who's gay or bisexual, but more likely likes males better than females. He uses women to get males to have sex with. But her probably repressed hatred for Diddy, I think she kind of transferred that into her statement about if her son's gay, she's going to beat it up. These people are crazy. Absolute crazy. But again, these aren't my idols, you know what I mean? I just find them just pathetic. Abusers abuse others, and they become abusers unless they get help. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's Kattalestv. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye! Oh, and if you want, send the super thanks. Talk to you later.